This video I wanted to address everything. I don't know if I'm going to keep this short or if I'm going to just like spill everything. The reason I've been avoiding this whole situation, somebody told me it would be very devastating for the babies. The more I think about it, the truth needs to be revealed.
He's pretty much left me with no choice but to come forward and come here and explain what happened to me. And I'm gonna explain from the beginning. I'm really sorry. I'm gonna try to compose myself, guys.
I would say I escaped because I was going through domestic violence. Shout out to Johnny Depp for giving me the courage to make this video right now. So I don't know if you can see, I got a 2nd-degree burn mark from burning me with the hair straightener at 450 degrees Fahrenheit. I've had knives on my throat with somebody threatening to kill me.
Gohan mentioned in his video that he suffered from PTSD and codependency due to reasons that he did not want to disclose. I feel the reason he did not want to disclose certain information is because it was contradictory to the narrative that he was trying to create. Gohan suffered from PTSD and codependency due to abuse that he had suffered at the hands of his father. Multiple instances where Gohan and I would be having disagreements and then he would immediately just like start slapping himself. I had never witnessed anything like that before and I was super confused.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Princess Banigo and I'm a Nigerian YouTuber based in Lagos, and this is the continuation of analyzing Cerose's video as against Gohan's video. So it feels like Gohan had so much to deal with from his family end, you know, like he had so much childhood trauma from his family end that, you know, actually made him to behave the way he behaves.
Gohan had told me about his abuse. I unfortunately had to find out about the side effects that it had on him the hard way.
So according to Cerose, she found out the side effects of the abuse in the hard way, meaning that ladies, if you're, you know, gonna see anyone or date anyone and they probably opened up and told you they went through abuse, I mean, like, you should still be sensitive and not just go all out with them because you don't know what might come out. And a whole lot of guys or ladies might not come out to tell you, oh, I faced abuse, like, oh, I went through this.
I did not have a life. I slept 3 to 4 hours on average every single day. And mind you, I'm somebody who usually sleeps like 12 to 14 fucking hours.
You guys have no business, you know, engaging in unprotected, you know, intercourse when you know you're not ready to deal with this. And even though Cerose made it seem like she gave him the option of leaving, you know, if he didn't want to stay, you know, she gave him the option of leaving. But I mean, it's easier said than done, right?
I am going to have to internationally get a divorce and get like the judge to, you know, I've changed almost 100% of the poop diapers because she didn't want to. I mean, she says her smell's really sensitive, so she can't stand the smell of baby poop, but I don't like baby poop smells either.
I did change diapers. It was just that he was home more often, so naturally he was doing that kind of stuff more often. And after having children, I did become very sensitive to smell. I would always want to throw up at like any unpleasant smells, but I always did my part. I would just plug my nose. This is where Gohan and I would be having disagreements and then he would immediately just like start slapping himself.
So the fact that Gohan slaps himself when they are having arguments, like start slapping himself, it's crazy enough
to do. So he would put himself in place of his father for its punishment. There would be times that Gohan would get so upset with himself that he would go into these slapping fits in which I would try to, and I would have to physically try and restrain him so that he would stop hurting himself. Because I couldn't bear to see him hurt himself. I had never witnessed anything like that before and I was super confused. I didn't say anything the first couple times that it had happened because I thought that it was some sort of manipulation tactic just when he was wanting to end conversation. But one day I got really frustrated. I remember asking him, why do you do that? It makes me so uncomfortable when you hit yourself. And it would stop me in my tracks because who wants to watch the person that they love inflict harm on themselves? He responded and said that it was a coping mechanism or a trauma response. And whenever he felt like he had done something wrong, he would hit himself because...
Oh my God, this is so messed up. Like whenever he felt he had done something wrong, he would hit himself. Really? I don't know what sort of trauma Gohan went through, if all these things that Cerose is actually saying is the truth, but this is some deep shit if you ask me.
That's what his dad used to do. So he would put himself in place of his father for punishment. There would be times that Gohan would get so upset with himself that he would go into these slapping fits.
How did you stay and cope with someone who slaps and hits themselves, and you went ahead and had another baby with them?
Because I couldn't bear to see him hurt himself. Looking at me and saying, we're gonna do this together. And we bonded over the fact that we both had really bad experiences with
and the fact that they both bonded because of their bad experiences that they felt they went through as kids, and they both bonded over it. I mean, that is one major red flag. Like, Cerose was coming from a broken home. Gohan was coming from a home where it was being, you know, abused, where it was abused by his parents, and that is some major red flag that should have just given them the signs that they shouldn't even stay. So Cerose, you know, went ahead to keep telling us about, you know, how she was the one who made Gohan know how to do chores and, you know, whatnot. So the parts whereby they went, you know, Gohan wasn't ready for the marriage, and then the next few days later he woke up randomly and popped up the question to her, and they spontaneously got married. I don't think that is how marriage is done. I think marriage is a big deal, if you ask me. I think marriage is something you need to think hard and long and deep before you need to get into it. And this is a lesson not just to me, because I am married already, but of course we keep learning every day, but also to those that have gotten married, separated, divorced, or those that would just want to get married. You shouldn't just spontaneously do it. You should discuss about certain things, talk about things, plan life. I mean, there are people who still plan and it still gets messed up. Yes, we can't dispute that fact. It happens, but it doesn't make sense, you know, raising babies all by yourself as a mom or as a dad, when it's not like one person passed on. Both of you are alive, but because of the wrong choices you've probably made, and then you guys cannot continue in the relationship, it's hurting to the children enough. And the part where Cerose talked about, you know, Gohan in, you know, her mom's house, where, you know, she asked, you know, Gohan to help out, and Gohan was like, you're pregnant and you think that you're the only one that needs to rest. I'm sure Gohan wasn't used to a whole lot of things that he saw in America and in Cerose's life. And, you know, the fact that he ended up in the police station and them evaluating him and all that. I mean, I don't even want to understand what sort of relationship they were having. When were the times that they were happy? How many happy times did they have in the relationship? Was it just when they were happy that they sat down and filmed? Were those just the only times that they had to actually enjoy each other's company? But I mean, I'm imputing Gohan's version also, so you guys hear. So it's not like I'm just imputing Cerose's version. So you guys heard everything Gohan had to say. Then how could Gohan say he hated his dad and his mom so much, and then he wants someone to hate them as much as he did? I understand that part, probably because of the way he was treated. And if you ask me right now, who is giving more explicit information? Cerose seems to be like the one giving more explicit information right now. But I want you guys that are the viewers, those of you who have watched them for years, for a long while, to, you know, leave your thoughts with me in the comment section with what you're seeing so far and what you've heard. Because I mean, I can't be the only one hearing this craziness or seeing this craziness or this emotion that is all over the place. Because Gohan doesn't seem like he's hurt right now. You know, he seemed like he's balling, right? He's the one putting out video of himself jamming to music already, while Cerose is still declaring love for Gohan, which is crazy to me anyways. But woke up to being slapped in the middle of a sleep. I'll leave you guys to hear the rest of the story.
Began repeatedly slapping me, yelling at me in Korean, and he said, "Ya 이 새끼야, 아빠한테 인사 안 해?" So in English that translates to, "Hey you bastard, are you not going to say hello to your dad?" Which was one of the instances that he told me he ended up getting.
I mean, this just all makes you wonder what kind of home that Gohan had. I mean, like, I know Cerose has her own fair share of the demons, but hearing everything that Cerose had to say, it is overwhelming. It is, I don't know, it is crazy. I wonder why Gohan would just take out $10,000 from that account. And you know, I don't know, man, this whole thing, it is crazy. I don't know if you guys see it that way. I know right now a whole lot of people, you guys are divided. You don't know what to take sides with, as I don't know right now. I'm finding it hard to take sides with anybody, and I don't think the best thing is to take sides, but I mean, like, it is what it is. Also, I wonder why Gohan also was, you know, leading on Cerose, because the evidences she put in here, they are quite visible for you guys to see, and you know how it was leading her on. And you know, whenever they have an argument in the conversation, it would extend how long it was going to stay. That okay, yes, makes it for it would increase the date or something, extend the date. So Cerose also said that she had nothing to do with the self-harming, that she in no way harmed him. I really don't know what to believe, really, guys. And she also said she doesn't want child support. She doesn't want anything from him. I don't think Gohan has a job that he was going to even use in supporting her anyway, or probably was going to secure something in Korea. But I mean, this is all messy. And something makes me wonder also, if Gohan did not have access to money, how was he able to pull out the huge amount he pulled from the account, since he said he had no access? I mean, you guys heard him there when he said he had no access to the money. So how come was he able to pull out that kind of amount from the account? And it's terribly sad that the kids, the first child, I feel so bad for the kids, especially, really. Because no kid deserves to, you know, be left without their dad. I know what it feels like not to have your dad around you. And seeing this image of Sivan on the hospital bed, and, you know, him crying for his dad and his dad not being in his life, you know, I understand totally what it's like. And the fact that the child is probably going to grow up without having his dad in his life, it hurts really for the kids, really. And it's a crazy situation. Judge yourself about whatever side you want to be on.
And it just really sucks that everybody kind of had to be put in this position, in this situation. But just moving forward, if you're here to support me. And
there were proof of, you know, his green card and everything they did about it. So I wonder why Gohan said Cerose wasn't going to help in that regards, but because there were proof of email and stuff. I mean, you could tell Cerose, I mean, there are messages of Gohan saying, you know, you and me being married puts a limit on what I want for myself. You know, so probably Gohan was not even ready to, you know, do this marriage thing. He wasn't ready for this lifestyle. And the fact he was hitting his head, banging his head on doors and everything, like you guys saw everything in this video. I mean, if I decide to analyze this video word for word, this video is not going to end, right? It's not going to end, but you guys have seen it all. I want to leave it up for you guys to decide and make your decision on whatever it is you want to make your decision on. But I mean, let's go easy on these parties, right? They both had to deal with their fair share of the demons, but the good thing is Cerose came out with their evidence to, you know, defend herself. So I mean, I'm gonna leave you guys, I'm gonna leave it to the audience to make up their mind and think whatever things you guys want to think. So if Gohan comes up with more videos to defend himself, as he said he will, because he said he's gonna come out with more videos and talk about stuff, I'll be here talking about it. But for now, I mean, let's just go easy on Cerose. She's the one dealing so much with the children, while Gohan is busy having the time of his life in Korea, right? Cerose is stuck with 2 babies, and you guys would know that being a single mom at her age, it is not easy. Good thing she has a mom and siblings, and I hope they support her fully. I'm sending out my, you know, love to you, Cerose, and Gohan, I hope you man up and, you know, do the right thing that you ought to do, even though you've been restrained, okay? But you should still do the things you need to do as a father. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and please leave your thoughts with me in the comment section after saying it all, and I'll definitely see you in my next video. Bye for now.